Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We will discussing green supply chain in the context of UK manufacturing, focusing especially on their availability and performance. We will look at how these practices are being adopted and the challenge company faces, and the factors support successful implementation. Our analysis is based on 12 peer-reviewed articles and including both theoretical and practical insights. So we are the group members here. Myself is Rajan, and my friends are here, Mohammad Khan and Amir Khalik is also here. So in the introduction slides, so green supply chain management or GSCM refers to incorporating environmental consideration into every stage of the supply chain from product design to end of life in the UK. This has become increasingly relevant due to initiative like Net Zero 2050, rising public expectations, and total regulations. Today, manufacturers must balance sustainability, meaning social and environmental responsibility, with the availability or how practical and the cost effective these practices are. And of course, we need to measure performance across finals, operational, and environmental dimensions. And if we talk about the target audience and the problem statement, in this slide, this research is intended for management teams in UK manufacturing companies. The core issue is that while green supply chain offer clear environment benefits, many companies are reluctant to fully adopt them. Why? There are concerns about a cost, lack of performance data, and uncertainty about long term availability. The disconnect between intention and implementation is what our research aims to address. So, if we talk about the next slide, aims and the objectives. In this slide, our aim is to simple to evaluate the availability and performance of green supply practice in the UK manufacturing sector. To do this, we will identify key GSCM strategies, assess their impact on performance metrics, and explore originals readiness, including barriers to enable of adoption. If we're talking about this slide 5, in this slide we will discuss about the research and questions. So we framed our research around the three core questions, which are what actually makes a green supply chain valuable, the UK context, does these practices improve performance financially, environmentally, or operationally? And the what factors either help or either implementation like leadership, supplier engagement, or technologies. In the next slide, the literature overview and the core concepts. In this slide, the first we look at the foundational theories, ally it all, and Holt and Gobbins defines GCM as environmentally conscientious supply chain management. Patnick as a Patnick introduced to triple bottom line, which emphasizes balancing people, planet, and the profit walkers, as Jones explored sustainable CSM practices, highlight how long-term strategy and the collaboration are the key. Further will we discuss about the Muhammad Khan.
Thank you, Rajan. I will discuss the slide number 7, literature overview and performance. Next, we explored how GSCM affect performance. Introduced the green balanced scored with which integrates environment metrics into the business KPIs. Cousin ATC AL found that GSCM can improve cost efficiency and on operational effectiveness, particularly when companies focus on traceability and connectivity. And Graham ETL showed that the employee engaged is crucial to success. Now I will discuss the next slides. Literature overview, barriers and enablers. There are also major barriers uh, found that green information system are often understand due to the cost and complexity. Trust and leadership, especially in supplier relationships, are critical in enables according to the Hujomize and Richards. Finally, Sarin Srivastava emphasized how marginalized regulations and unclear strategies can discourage a firm from the adopting GSC practice. Now I will move next slides number 9, theoretical framework. Our theoretical grounding downs from three main framework environment practice as a source of competitive advantage. Second, stakeholder theory, which urges company to consider the need of all stakeholder in their supply chain. Finally, we will use to green balance, scare and fuzzy A and B models to evaluate complex trade off as performance. Now I will move to the next slide, number 10, methodology. We used thematic analysis to extract key insights from 12 UK based peer reviewed articles uh, published between 2009 and 2024 engagement, performance metrics, and implementation barriers. We organized our findings into four or thems, core thems, which we will walk through next. Now I will move to next slide number 11. Theme 1, GSCM practice in UK manufacturing. We found that common practice include eco design, waste reductions, and green purchasing. A case study from Bhattacharya at all highlighted a UK carpet manufacturer that used training and supplier audits to drive performance. These practice is aligned with the national sustainability goals like net zero and ISO uh, 14,000. Now I will move to next slide 12. Theme 2, organization enablers, employee engagement, employee involvement and leadership matter. Graham ETAL showed that firms with strong green HR strategy are more management by in the Walker and Jones found that functional terms functional teams can make a real difference in driving change functions. And now I will move to the next slide number 13. Team theory, performance outcomes and measures. Patriaccia et al. Proposed the GRBSC plus Fuji A&P model to be measure sustainability and performance. Pathnic and Pathnic confirmed that a green practice can improve KPIs across the triple bottom line, but if as FUMBD ETL warned us not to assume probability, there are trade-offs and hidden costs that need managing. Now I will invite to my next colleague, Amar Ahmed.
Thank you so much. Now I will discuss the further slide, the barrier to implementations. We have 3 points: internal barriers, ICT and data integration gaps, supplier related challenges. Now we will start internal barriers. Many firms face resistance to change, especially when green practice are perceived as costly or non-essentials. Lack of clear performance metrics make it difficult to justify investment in sustainability. So the second one is ICT and data integration gap. As for body identify poor green information system adoption as a key barrier. Firms struggle with data silos, real-time tracking, and aligning ICT with environmental goals. And supplier-related challenges highlight trust issues and lack of alignment between firms and supplier in both B2B and B2C markets. Sarin and Sarvastava 2024 note that many suppliers lack certifications, awareness, or capacity to meet green requirement. And then furthermore, the discussions GSC viability is context specific. The success of green supply chain management depend on factors like industry type, firm size, supply chain, complexity, and regulatory environment. What work for a large manufacturer may not be viable for SMEs without support or infrastructure. And the second point is traits of successful firms. Studies show that firms achieving meaningful GSC performance often demonstrate leadership commitment and visions, strong stakeholders engagement, especially with employees and suppliers, use of integrated framework like GRBSC and GIS to align strategy with performance, short-term cost and long-term cost. What's the initial investment in green technologies, system and training may be high. However, long-term benefit includes reduced waste, enhanced brand reputation, regulatory compliance, and competitive advantage.
Sorry to interrupt there. So further, I will be discuss about the recommendations to move forward. We recommend that four actions. We use hybrid tools like GRBSCS and NPS for better decision making. Invest in green HR strategies and the employees training. Foster deppers collaboration with supply and stakeholders. Push for the government incentive to ease the financial burden, especially for SMEs. So further, I will talk about the conclusion of our topic. To conclude, GSC in UK manufacturing is valuable, but only when enabled by the right mix of strategy, people, and the technology. It has strong potential to deliver across all performance dimensions. but the broader adoption will require overcoming cultural, technology, and organizational barriers. So, in the end, we are talking about our references we will use for our topic. All sources used are listed here and cited throughout our analysis. These include foundational study and recent research on green supply chain in the UK manufacturing context. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.